Right, this is for Gemini twin flames or for your third house or wherever the Gemini's in your chart. Like I said, we've all got a bit of everything everywhere. So it's why I don't usually focus on individual signs, but I felt guided to do it. So one thing is I'm hearing that song by John Legend. This time I want it all. This time I'll take the chance. So you can look at I've mentioned it quite a lot in the collective readings, but in case you're new. So that could be significant, like you're with a masculine. Oh, especially because Gemini's communication, where a masculine is like stepping forward, wanting forgiveness, possibly after rejecting you if you're the feminine. Right. More than likely possible, because that is the journey, isn't it? So let's see, a shadow and light card. Oh God, it leapt out. So we've got, oh, guys, it ain't me. Look what I said, apologising and grudge. So the grudge bit might be relevant for some people, but obviously you heard the way that I channeled a wee bit before I pulled the card. Somebody's stepping forward an apology after being in their shadow because it is number 15, which is the devil. So I feel they're specifically saying to me that I feel I don't know, somebody's like bad habits or addictions of any kind, or like, toxic way of being, friends, something. Could be a combination. Held somebody back because I opened the book up at boundaries and respect. So yeah, I feel this person had a real lack of respect, or it came across that way in the past. And this is what they're stepping forward with an apology after working on whatever these like addictions were or wherever the devil was holding them back. So, right, apologising grudge. It might feel like, oh shit. Oh, that doesn't matter. I didn't pull an inner child card for Taurus. I'm going to do it now, right? So Taurus, I'm going to say to Taurus to come and watch Gemini. Taurus is inner child. Become aware. Listen to the wisdom of your body. The body is Taurus. So anyway, sorry for cutting. I just realised I did, but I did pull in three cards left out, so they got extra time for that anyway. Whatever. Try to be fair, but you know what I mean. Some are going to be longer or shorter. It might feel easier to hold a grudge towards someone you had a fight with rather than take responsibility for your own part and contributing to the disagreement. There's a huge, wow, this is weird. There's a huge theme in this because I'm on the third one and there's like, it's like telling a story for all the time. But this is what I mean. This is what always happens. You might have an inner battle of wanting to resolve the situation but hesitating to bring up the apology. It's also because Libra is about mending bridges, like making amends. There's often an internal push and pull you want to resolve. You want to resolve it, but don't want to be the one taking the first step. It feels scary, humiliating, and maybe even daunting. Yeah, this is definitely about a masculine. Apologising is often seen as something weak, but isn't it really the ultimate strength? Apologising and taking responsibility for your actions is hard and therefore is a sign of true strength. Yeah, it's very, very brave. Where some people would cower away and never apologise and, you know, throughout their whole life and then die and never have apologised to somebody that they hurt. Like, it's very brave to step forward and do it. Even, I think it's even braver when you don't know if you're actually going to get what you want from it, but it's about lifting something in the other person. It's always about, but when somebody apologises, it is always about them too needing forgiveness or wanting to get off their chest. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like that I think they're saying it's about some masculines might be like, I don't even know if this person's going to actually allow me back in their life romantically, but I need to forgive. I did pick up on that in one of the thingies. So, but remember that's on the twin flame journey. That would be the masculine's own fear, but it is coming through very. I can feel it very strongly in this. Being willing to let go of your own ego and trying to be better at showing the other person how strong you are, um, and that you value your relationship more than this disagreement. So yeah, that definitely does sound like love related, but I mean that could be with a friend, family member, anybody. Um, if you can find the strength to push away the feelings of resentment, you can soften and make the relationship blossom again. Be courageous and own your mistake, and you might find that the other person was feeling the same way, wanting to reach out to you but struggling to admit fault first. We often think of apologising as giving up or surrendering, and that apologising makes the other person right. But does it really? Saying I'm sorry that I did this or said that is not saying what they did is okay. It only shows that you have good intentions and want to resolve the conflict. Yeah, because they're showing me, again, I'm keeping it anonymous, but they're showing me something in my life when I'd fallen out with someone, and it's yeah, basically I reached out, and it basically basically it was me that was doing the apology, but I reached out because I knew the other person wasn't gonna. And as soon as I done it, like, yeah, they were just quite overwhelmed and upset and was really grateful. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter who does it first. Just do it. At least do it once in your life, because I never regret doing that. Um, but it doesn't always go that way. But I'm just sorry, they showed that they flashed it up in my mind there. Um, so. Because again, it's often because like that somebody's been taught to be like that. So if you're the bigger person that can actually see that, like, look, I actually just want to resolve this. I'm not saying that it's like, oh, they win, because some people are still really immature like that, and it's the five of swords. Like they think because you're reaching out first, that means they win. And well, that would be people that haven't done the work. But it's they might still be at fault, even if you also were. A fight or a disagreement between two or more people is rarely only one person's fault. Yeah, and that's true. Like usually you need to apologise both ways. This card wants to help you soften the grudges you might be holding and see your relationships flourish by helping you to find your own inner strength to admit fault. But what I am sort of actually being guided to say there is be careful that you're not always the person doing that, because I am also being shown, like a similar type where it was like I reached out first because I wanted to resolve things. But like I said, it was, I was manipulated. You know what I mean? I realized when I look back after, like that's exactly what the person was. What it was manipulation. So you got to be, yeah. If you're always saying sorry, like just be careful about that. That's stop apologizing for your existence is what I want to say to somebody. Um, I'm strong enough to admit my weakness. Exercise. Write an apology letter to someone that you have let down. You don't have to give them the letter or message yet. Just use this as practice, and perhaps with time it will feel easier to apologize when you do something wrong. That's like doing a soul retrieval, you see. You could do a meditation, or you could do a soul retrieval session with me, or you could do that with any of my free stuff on the channel and just say sorry to their soul and they'll feel it. You never know, you might say sorry to their soul and they might actually come forward. Or, you'll just feel more ready to go forward yourself. It really just depends. The letter needs to include what you want to apologise for and what you did wrong and ask for forgiveness. Because basically energy is real and they will feel it. It just you don't get to decide when it manifests. So what have we got for God, it's like a ghost town round here. But yeah, you see, maybe there was some sort of ghosting involved there with me saying ghost town, but it is a ghost town round here. Look, apologising. Maybe someone wants to apologise for ghosting or something. What's inner child message? Because the inner child message will be for you both. Twin flames here. What's the song? I don't know what that is. That's who I. Oh, I think that. Oh, it definitely is a religious song. That's who I praise, Brandon Lake. Now, the name Brandon could be significant here or something. It doesn't need to be, but, or, the lake reminds me like Scorpio Moon Feelings, one of the cards. I think I must have heard that in a shorts or something, and I must have liked the words, but it's got a picture of Jesus with the thorns around his head, actually. So, um, see what the words are. Oh my God. Sorry, I remember what it is. I did see it in a shorts. I'm laughing because it's got guys' names in it. So listen up. Brandon, David, Paul, Silas. Is that a name? Moses. You never know. Somebody could be called Moses. Mary, Daniel, Jericho. Because obviously it's things out the Bible. Yeah. Um, I want to dance like David. I want to faith like Paul. I want to sing like Silas, tearing down the prison walls. I want to face that fire. It won't burn me though. God's got my back. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. I don't know if the thingy spell it right, or I don't know. So sorry if I'm ruining that. I want to walk like Moses right through the waves. One day I'll see that promised land no longer slaves. Though the fear is talking, no, it ain't. No, it can't take out my faith. I'm going to praise, I'm going to praise, I'm going to praise the mountain, moving body, raising breaker the chains, going to praise, so you get it. It's kind of like, I want to gift like Mary, I want to break my vase, I want to sleep like Daniel, even in the lion's cave. So you know what I mean? It's just basically having the strength to do something. So this is absolutely about somebody is gaining the strength to apologise. God, that's a powerful message, isn't it? And the inner child, let it come forth, give yourself permission to feel it. So that is actually really beautiful, right? Somebody is giving themselves permission to feel the pain that they caused you if you are the feminine, or yeah, however else this fits. But somebody's allowing themselves to feel the pain, and it could specifically have something to do with this Scorpio moon weekend or like this actual new moon, because this new moon's got a bit of an ending, well, a big endings vibe to it as well, with it being an eclipse. As I like to say, to me, this is the eclipse hallway closing, so it could actually close out opportunities. It's good to take the opportunities at at the eclipse before the door closes. Yeah, so I would say, like, I always include the couple of days before the eclipse, which is today, and the couple of days after, but I would definitely say by Sunday, that the eclipse hallway door is closing, and you could sort of see yourself stuck in karmic cycles a little bit longer if you don't sort of move it. And that's just for the people that are ready and that are sort of dragging their heels, because the South Node in Libra would be like where you're people pleasing for other people. So I'm just letting the words flow for whoever needs to hear it. So that's going to speak to somebody. Right. So I'm going to end this here and I'm going to move on to Cancer next in the fourth house and our feelings. So thank you. See you later. Like, comment, subscribe.